anything like me, you love yourself a good sale. So yesterday the stock market was down, and when it's down, I look at it being on sale, so I go shopping. And that's exactly what I did. And if you look at any of my past videos, you will see that I love to cruise, and particularly on Norwegian Cruise Line. So you can probably guess the stock that I purchased yesterday. Yep, it was Norwegian. I already own shares of that stock, but when it's down, I buy more of it. But you might be thinking, well, okay, Ann, you invest in the stock market, what's the big deal? The big deal is because if you ask anybody else, well, didn't you say you was trying to pay off your mortgage early? Yes, I am. Most people would be like, well, why are you sending the money that you could have used to pay off your mortgage and invest in the stock market, right? That is a common argument out on these YouTube streets about when someone talks about paying off their mortgage early, they normally think about, well, you could be investing that. But my thing is this, why does it have to be this or that? For me, in this situation, is this and that. I'm investing and I'm paying off my mortgage, right? And that's just what I choose to do. And granted, like I said, there's a lot of debate out there. Hey, to each his own, but I feel like if you're financially able to do so, then why not do it, right? In this particular situation, I'm talking about investing in the stock market, but it can be anything, right? You can be paying off debt and going on vacation, right? So it doesn't have to be this or that. When I hear the this or that, I think of like scarcity. But when I use the word and, that's abundance to me, right? So yeah, I'm still actively investing in the stock market and paying off my mortgage because I believe in and instead of or. And another reason why I'm doing it too is, and I kind of hit on it yesterday, and if you haven't checked out this video where I talked about, I recorded 15 videos over 15 days for a visibility challenge. And one of the things that I talked about in there was that, you know, I got over 500 and some views, right? And some people may not think that that's a success or that's a big deal, but here's the thing that was important to me then and it's important to me now, right? If I only looked at the calculations, the arithmetics, you know, and stuff like that, then nothing that I would do would be considered a success, right? And the same goes for this investing. If I only looked at, okay, well, what return, you know, can I get, or how much interest am I saving, or, you know, all of those different calculations, then it makes my decision making harder. But there are some things that you can't calculate, right? You cannot calculate. In this particular example, when I'm talking about investing in the stock market in addition to paying off my mortgage, you can't calculate or put a number on financial peace. You can't calculate or put a number on stability, the security that I feel that I will have a paid off mortgage, right? You can't put a number on reducing your obligations, leaving a legacy for my family. All of those things you cannot put a number on. So that's why when I hear about the debate, I mean, I get it. I definitely get it. I'm a money person, excuse me. I know the math, but I just take it a bit further in that the math, it doesn't just end with the math for me. And that just leads me to my next point is that when I hear personal finance, it's just that, it's personal, right? It's based on my or your individual lives, what you want to do. So if I decide I want to pay down my mortgage, you know, come up with a system, come up with a plan to pay down my mortgage early, that's my business, right? And if I want to decide, instead of taking that money and putting it on the mortgage, I want to go in here and buy some stock, you know, or invest in an exchange traded fund, whatever it is, right? I can do that because I'm in a financial position that I can do that. And it's about having options. I don't have to choose, right? I know everyone may not be in a situation, and that's fine. But when it comes to why I make the decisions that I make, it goes beyond the math a lot of times. And if you think about it, and this is what I'll say to the naysayers as well, think about this. I'm investing in the stock market and paying off my mortgage early, right? But I'm investing in the stock market. That stock can go down or go up, but I'm thinking positive, right? It goes up in value. I'm making money on that I can then turn around and sell for a profit and pay off my mortgage. You see how that works? I can do this and that and still benefit this over here, right? So yeah, I just look at it as, paying off debt a lot of times isn't the only goal, right, for me. Granted, the mortgage, yeah, it's me reducing debt, less obligations, but at the same time, I'm reducing what I owe, but I'm also increasing what I own. You see that? I'm reducing what I owe over here on the mortgage, but I'm increasing what I own over here as far as my stock portfolio, my investment portfolio. And I'm owning more of my house instead of owing more to the bank. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, just to come on here and just, it wasn't a matter of me sharing, oh, I'm investing in the stock market, but it's that thought process of, a lot of times we talk ourselves out of doing things because we have to make a decision. Do I do this or do I do that? Or instead of looking at it like that, why not look at it as, okay, what needs to happen for me to do both, right? What needs to happen for me to do both? So I want to know in the comments, based on everything that I said, what team you on? What team you rocking? You rocking team, okay, and focus on paying off your mortgage only, throw everything at the mortgage? Or are you on team and, okay, and if you can do it, pay off your mortgage and invest in the stock market? I want to hear what team you're rocking with. Until next time, I'll holler at you in the next video.